everybody, we are back for another little afternoon art lesson. So I have loved seeing everybody post your fun stuff. Today we are actually going to do two puppy dogs. I'm going to show you how to draw two of them, and we're only going to be painting in one. Okay, so we'll show you how to draw two, and then you can paint both of them, but here live we'll just be painting in one. And today we are going to use our washable markers instead of watercolor. Now, if you don't have washable markers, no big deal. You can still use watercolor. If you don't have watercolor and watercolor paper, no big deal. You can draw this and color it in with crayons or colored pencils or markers or anything. So you can kind of change these to use them however you want to do. We're just going to show you how to use these, and these are the Crayola Super Tips. Anytime if you are not sure if they're washable or not, just test them before you do a whole paper. So just kind of scribble on a page and then add some water and just give it a little test. I'm going to show you not this dog first. I'm going to do another dog first, and then we'll move over to this puppy dog. All right, so this one, I'll show you this, but it's not finished, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. I didn't finish it just yet as far as the whole painting, but that's the drawing of it. Remember, we always do things with shape, so we're gonna start with our kind of triangle-y shape. We'll start here, and it's gonna come down. And also, I did have some people say, you know, that I go a little bit fast. I totally understand that. So here is the deal for that remedy. If you feel like this is going too fast, don't try to do it live with me. Just sit back, watch, take it in, and then you can come back to it after it's not live, and you can pause it at your own pace, okay? So if you feel like this is too fast, do that plan. Just watch, enjoy, talk to people, and then come back when you can pause it. All right, so we have got, I see a lot of y'all on here, lots of new people and people that I love. So let me see. I'm trying to see if there's any questions before we get going. I don't think so. All right, so now we're going to come straight down. We did our kind of our upside down triangle or regular triangle. We're going to go in straight down. Now we're going to go over at an angle, but I don't want it to be like a harsh line. I want it to kind of be over just a little bit, and then over just a little bit like that. And then we're going to come up and around. It's going to connect into here, okay? So we're coming kind of out, up, around, and then the same right here, okay? So we kind of get that shape. Then we're going to do a little bit of a curve right here. So y'all are starting to see, we've got the nose and the little mouth, all that fun stuff. All right, now we are going to do the whole head. All right, so we're going to do the whole head. I'm trying to find over here off screen, I'm trying to find the feed on my computer so I can see your questions or comments, and it's not letting me catch it live. So I'll catch them in a bit. All right, so now we are going to start here. We're going to come around, and then we're going to end right here. If you are doing this with a younger child, let me tell you a little trick that we do a lot with our young ones. We take our eraser on things like this that could go wrong. They might do it too small or too big. We take our eraser and we draw it for them so that they can kind of see it, and then we let them trace it, okay? So if you've got some younger ones, that is a really good thing. Or heck, you might want to do that your own self. Just to say, okay, what am I doing? Okay, and then you feel a little bit more confident about it. So that's one little trick that you can do. All right, so here we go. We're gonna do it very kind of lightly all the way around. And then we can put our circle eyes in there. Just kind of circle, kind of oval. And they can be looking whichever way you want them to look. They can be looking to this way or up or down. We're just doing little curves for that. Somebody just said, are you doing both dogs or just this one? Doing both dogs. Yep, so we're doing this one first, and then we'll come in and do this one if you just popped in. All right. Alrighty, so we got all of that. Now we're gonna do kind of just a curve. So it's gonna be from here, it's gonna kind of curve there, over here, curve there, okay? Y'all in there so far? I'm gonna pause just for a little bit. Since some of y'all are telling me I go too fast, I'm trying to pause. Okay, and then next up, we will start here and do a curve line. And then we're gonna come over here and do a curve line. We need to go ahead and put those ears on there because this is looking kind of cray-cray without those ears. So we will start here. We're gonna go up and down, and then it kind of comes back up. What you don't want to do is you do not want to come all the way back up to where it started. Then it'll look like you could just pluck that ear off, okay? You definitely do not want to do that. All right, and do the same thing over here. Kind of coming up and down and up. We'll draw for the collar. It's just going to be two kind of curved lines. And I know this is down. You might be like, oh, that's not really its neck. Yeah, we just take artistic license when we're drawing, okay? So it's not gonna look as cute if it's way up here and behind that mouth. So we're just pulling it down a little bit. Then we're gonna do a circle shape. Now right here, you could add so many things. You could add a letter, you could add the name of the dog, you could do anything, so have fun with that. And then we're gonna just connect it with these two little lines. We're almost done, y'all. Right in here, you'll do a little shape for the nose. And then you've got your three little dot, dot, dot. Okay? So that is the drawing for the first one. Now, one tip I would say when you are tracing it with your Sharpie is when you do the eyes, leave a little bit of white. Okay, so I like to go ahead and like draw the white so that I'm not going to forget to leave it, and then I'll color it in. Okay, I'm just going to show that to you real quick, and then we will move to dog number 2. Okay, that's the dog that we had posted. So if you're like, this is not what I thought we were doing, we're doing this. That's coming next. I just wanted to show you this dog too. We have got so many fun ideas that basically we laid them all out, and we're like, we have got way more ideas than what's gonna, than this week and next week. and part of that was these 2 dogs, and we were like, instead of doing 2 different days of dogs, we'll just do 2 dogs today. So, all right, so I'm not going to trace the whole thing with Sharpie, but you see the difference that makes. So that is puppy number 1. Trace it with your Sharpie. So I'll trace this quickly if y'all are having trouble seeing the pencil. This will also give y'all time to catch up if I'm going too fast for you. All right, so he did this. Now right here, I'm using what you would not normally use, okay? I'm using the Crayola marker, which would be great for if we're adding water to this, but usually I'm wanting you to do just a Sharpie. The only reason I'm not using the Sharpie in my hand is it feels like it's about to run out, and I want to save it for the next project. So there are so many things that when you break them down one line at a time, they're not too hard. And this is one of them, y'all. This is one of them. So there is doggy number 1. And then somebody said, will we paint? Yes, we will. We're going to paint on the next one, all right? So Amanda says, if we wanted to do this on a canvas, would we use the same steps? Yes, you would use the same steps of drawing it, but then when you paint it, you would just paint the background, and then you'd paint all of this, and then you'll probably need to come back in with a paint brush to like give it a good outline. So if you're doing this with a canvas, same thing for the drawing, and then you'll just paint it a little bit different. All right, so now to our featured pup of the day, this little cute fella. All right, so I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to be in the video finder for both of them. If I can hit. Okay, let's move this over to the side and see if we can fit this all in here. That way you can see what we're trying to do and what we're doing. All right, so we're gonna start with the nose. The nose is a little bit different. It is still kind of a triangle-ish shape, but a little bit different. So right here it's gonna be bigger and wider. So I'm gonna do like a curve and then kind of curving down. Kind of triangle-ish shape. Ish is important. All right, then we will go ahead and let's do just the curving down and kind of here and here for that cute little smile. Now we're gonna do one line at a time. When we look at this, we see that it starts right here at the nose and it comes down. It does that kind of on both sides. So it doesn't go straight out, it kind of comes up. So it comes up and down over here, and then here, up and down. Then all down here, it's just kind of that zigzag, okay? This is where you're really gonna have fun. And it's just zigzag, fun connection. All right, easy peasy. If you want to put a bow tie on, right down here, we're just gonna do like a circle. And then again, it kind of looks like a triangle on both sides. And then for the body, we are just doing angled lines. All right, so I'm just gonna try to pop over here at the comments just for a second. Somebody said they lost me, really? I hope everybody didn't lose me. All right, now we're going angle line, angle line. We're gonna come up here. Now, if this helps you to draw lightly, you could just draw the whole head kind of lightly like this, and then come back to add those cute little bangs. So this is just like up, back, kind of like that, okay? Just for a little bit of fun there. Looks like a little cowlick on the pup. All right, then for the ears, this is just going to put somebody said, can you put both in the draw? Do you mean both? Can you put both in the draw? Does that mean like the drawing for the fun thing, for the winning, I don't know what that means. Emma, explain to me what you mean. Can you put both in the draw? Okay, so we got curve and curve. Now it's gonna be kind of ziggy zag coming back. So, zip, boop, 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 okay? You like my sound effects? Okay, coming on back. And then you can do whatever eyes you choose. I just think these are the really cute little curves. So it's just like this and this. Both puppies. Yeah, you can put both puppies in the drawing if that's what you're meaning, you can put them in the drawing for the free markers. Totally. Okay, so once you've got your pencil, then you're gonna grab that Sharpie. Remember, at this point, it needs to be permanent, okay? We're gonna do the washable markers in a second, but we need this to be permanent because we don't want it spreading everywhere. And then you are just gonna start tracing. So start tracing everything. Hold on, why do I do this? We have so many Sharpies. Hang on. I'll turn around and grab another one. And somehow I always pick up the ones. Here we go. Here's the one I meant to use right here. Sharpies, they go quickly. I love them, but they go quickly here at this studio. So I'm just tracing everything that I've already done. Remember, when I'm tracing, I'm not stressing too much about it being exactly on my pencil line because I can just kind of come back and erase that as needed. Okay, now on the bow tie, if you want to do dots, you can do whatever you want to in the bow tie. We just chose to do stripes, to do little stripes, but you can do it however you want to. On this nose, let's go ahead and color it in with the Sharpie, since it's gonna be black. And then after this, it will be time to get our washable markers. Now remember, if you don't have washable markers, if you have watercolor, then just use watercolor on this. If you don't have watercolor, use crayons. You can do these drawings. We just heard somebody else ask, can we do them on a canvas? Yeah, draw this. But then when you paint it, you're gonna paint it a little bit different. When we're on canvases, we paint the background first and then kind of move forward with it. All right, so here we go. I'm going to start with, I think these were the two colors that I used. It could have been this one. We'll see. Well, and we're going to start with just this area right in here. Now, when we do this technique, if you did your bunny, you saw that we outlined and then we added the water. That's what we're going to do today. It's not going to be colored in everywhere. It's just going to be a little bit. Now, it is going to be a little bit more than the outline, though. It's going to be a little bit kind of liney. And what you'll see that I'm leaving some white. You don't have to do that, but a lot of times whenever I am wanting to do animals, like, I don't know, like if it's supposed to be kind of furry, it looks a little bit more believable that it's furry-ish if you leave some white. If you paint the whole thing a solid color, sometimes it just looks, but you can do however you want to. So I've done that. Now I'm got my water and my paintbrush. So it's plain water, just a watercolor paintbrush. And here we go. We're gonna loosen this first. And then just kind of, you know, kind of doing my brush back and forth, but still leaving the white. Okay, so we're kind of loosening it, leaving the white. Okay, I'm gonna come over here, kind of get it real loose, all the marker juice, as I like to call it, and then pulling it up. Now, I know leaving it white is gonna be hard for some kiddos, so you don't have to stress about that. If that's too hard, then go ahead and just paint the whole thing. It's no biggie. It just almost looks like a little natural highlight if you can leave some of it white. Okay, now we are gonna go with the dark brown. Let me just kind of test this. Yeah, that was the one I was using. Okay, now I'm gonna kind of come up here, scribble, 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 just a little bit, scribble, scribble, scribble around here. Just laying some on. And then I'm going to do the same thing. Come in with my water cup. This is also just is a fun thing, just to easy to pack in the car. Okay, if you were going, you know, I know ain't nobody going anywhere right now, but in the future, if you're going on a trip, you can just pack watercolor, washable markers in the car and some watercolor paper, and it's gonna, you know, be able to turn it into a fun activity. Okay, so I'm gonna go on the marker first to kind of loosen it up, and then kind of adding in some little strokes that kind of look like fur, but I'm leaving some white. Okay. And then we are just about done. We still got that bow tie in the background. It's a little bit harder to leave the white on the face, so you can go ahead and just do everything white right here. I mean, not everything white, everything colored right here. Then you come down here. Now, when you're down here, you want to be careful that you're not too much on that bow tie, because we're about to add color to that. So if there's water, if the two waters touch each other, it's gonna bleed together, which it's fine sometimes, like that's just the way it is. But if you can help it, it'd be good if you can help it. All right. Now I'm going to go to, I chose these two colors. Again, you can do whatever colors you want to. I'm excited to see. There are going to be so many different variations. I already know it. Even so far when we've done the bunnies and the crosses, there's still, even though everybody has the same instruction, you still put your own little twist on it, which is so fun. I love it. Now you could just color this in and let it be. Like, you don't have to even add any water to it. But if you want to add water to it, let me tell you what not to do. You do not want to take this. April said, do you have to add water? You don't have to. If you just want to color it, you can. But to get the watercolor effect, you have to add water. All right, so right here, if I were to add water to this, I do not want to go side to side because it's all going to bleed together. So I'm going to go to use my light color first. Okay, on that green. Then I'll kind of rinse my brush in case there's anything on there. And then I'll go to the blue. Okay, see that? Pretty cool. I just love this technique. It's really fun. Really, really fun. All right, now you could be done, but you know we like adding dots and fun stuff in the back. So if you want to join us with the fun stuff in the back, we're just going to grab our green and start making a circle and just filling it in. And then we come back. You could leave it, but we do come back and add some water on it with polka dots. A few little lessons on that. try to stagger it if you can. So instead of going like dot, 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 which I know some of y'all are going to do, and it's okay. Okay, parents, if they do it, it's fine. But if you can try to stagger it, it's a little bit more pleasing to the eye. But if you are 4 or 5, I understand, and that's kind of hard to do. So just do the best that you can. All right, so we're going to do like a half dot here. Over here, over here. Okay, and then we're gonna get that water cup. Can the kids do the marker one day and put the water on the next? I would advise not. The longer the marker sits there, the more it soaks into the paper and the less movable it is with the water. Like it might still move a little bit, but it's gonna move a whole lot more right now when it's fresh. So I would not suggest putting it on one day and doing it another day. You can experiment with it and see how much of it moves, but usually the quicker you do it, and like if this is all just a little wet-ish, you can move that around a little bit better. Kind of like when you get a stain in your shirt, you can get it out if you attack it quicker. That's kind of what the water, these are washable markers, so they're made to loosen up with water. And if you can do it quicker, then that's gonna be better. So, so there you go, y'all. I cannot wait to see your pictures. We will be doing this again tomorrow and then also all next week. So tune in tomorrow at 3:30 Central Time. Post your pictures, but yep, share this with friends, get to creating and post your pics because we want to see. All right, see ya.